Still watching others make money online whilst you feel stuck? With AI, you can launch a marketing agency even with zero experience and start making £6,000 every single month. The only thing standing your way is the decision to start. Are you ready? If you ever thought, I'm not a tech savvy, or maybe I haven't got experience in AI, technology, computers, forget that. Because in the next 30 minutes, I will break down the exact steps on how you can start and scale a marketing agency using AI and generate £6,000 every single month. So you can finally start earning what you deserve in your own terms. Let's dive in. Hey guys, my name is Rahimba. I was like most people. I was an accountant working in a job where I was undervalued, underappreciated, going absolutely nowhere. I took the leap of faith to start my property investment journey with no money to build in a multi-million pound property investment portfolio. I now have different businesses that I've started from zero and now making six figures every single year. So I know what it takes to start and scale a business. If you just bumped into this video and you've never seen me, or you've been watching my content and you've never hit that subscribe button, now is the time to smash the subscribe button. And here's the thing, I've lined up lots of entrepreneurs, social media influencers to share their entrepreneurial journey so you can implement the strategies they are actually using to make lots and lots of money. Look, if you can invest 30 minutes to learn how to establish and create a marketing agency that generates £6,000 so that you can take your future into your own hands, I'm afraid you're not going to make it. Let's get to it. Number one, if you're starting your marketing agency, it's very important for you to understand the type of people that you want to serve. That's what we call niche. You got to define your niche and understand where your niche is at and how you can serve them, but also how you can add value to ensure they've got that exposure or value that they need in their social media platform. So in this example, I'd like us to look at entrepreneurs and investors, because entrepreneurs and investors, these are the people that are really busy looking for opportunities, looking for investment and all that. So they have not got the time to actually explode in social media. So these people would be our niche and they're going to be our target market. So before we get to even start talking about it, let's do a little research here to learn how much a marketing agency earns per client if they were to get a job. Let's get to the computer. So the first thing we want to do now because we want to use AI, because AI is going to expedite this process for us. Literally, this used to take me months to actually do it. For when I was starting my business, it's literally going to take us minutes. So the first thing we've got to take advantage of the AI system that we had. So we're going to start with Gemini. Gemini is one of those AI chatbots that Google actually owns. You can go and search and get instant result, almost exactly what you're looking for. So let's go to Gemini now. So if I go to Gemini, and by the way, if you haven't got a Gemini, if you've got a Gmail account, it's very simply easy to do. You don't have to actually pay for it. It's completely free of charge. All you need to do basically is to go into your log into your Gmail, go onto the right hand side. You've got your 9 boxes here, and then you can choose Gemini here. You can see Gemini here. Then you're going to click on that. Obviously, then that page is going to open. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to ask first to understand exactly how much an agency get paid if they were to provide the services to who is our niche. Our niche are entrepreneurs and investors. So let's get to it. So I've copied that in, I've pasted that here. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask Gemini to kind of tell us how much are we likely to get paid if you are an agency. So I said, yeah, how much is social media marketing expert paid in the UK monthly to manage clients' social media account on an agency basis? So if you hit that, you can see that Gemini is going out there looking for the information that we need. So basically, as you can see here, they said here, basically, you can get a basic package, basically, literally, like, just to check their profile, making sure everything is all nice and good. So that's literally between £300 to £1,000. But if they're looking for a comprehensive package, in essence, for managing multiple platforms, creating the content for them, providing in-depth strategies, this package can range between £250 to £5,000 per calendar month. If you want to know how much average digital marketing agency actually charges, as you can see here, for a small medium-sized businesses, a typical range for a full digital marketing package that includes social media is often between £1,000 to £4,000. So assuming that because we're not experienced, we haven't got all this experience around us, let's say we're not going to go and charge £4,000. We're only going to charge £2,000 for the service. I know what you're saying right now. Whoa, Raheem, £2,000. I haven't got experience. I've never managed anybody else's social media channel before. This is why you want to listen to this video, because I'm going to walk you step by step with no experience, nothing like that, in order for you to be able to do that. So let's say we're not going to go for £1,000 because obviously we want it to work for a while, but we're also not going to go for £4,000 because obviously we have not been that too experienced. But I'm going to show you also how you're going to be experienced so that you can charge you £4,000. But for now, let's stay in the middle at £2,000. Now we know if we've got our marketing agency working, we're likely to make at least £2,000. So you want to write that figure down. So write it down. So that literally is what we need to know for now. Now you know the concept works. So we also got to define our niche. But in order for us to define our niche, which we already know are investors and entrepreneur. So what we now want to do, basically, we're going to go again, ask the AI, look, my target market is entrepreneurs and investors. So therefore, what do they actually struggling with when it comes to managing their social media platforms? So basically, that's exactly what we're going to ask AI. Let's go for it. Let's now ask Gemini what really our niche is looking at. So we kind of want Gemini to kind of create a avatar for us in order for us to know exactly what their pain point is. So we're going to type it and say act as a social media marketing expert and recommend the pain point our target market, which are entrepreneurs and investors who are really busy but do not have time to manage their social media platforms. Yes, they don't have managed. They literally do not know how to manage their social media platform. As a result, has less than 2,000 followers. Right? They have less than 2,000 followers. Correcting the spellings here so that we get that right. So basically, act as a social media marketing expert and recommend the pain point target. The pain point our target audience, which we already know, entrepreneurs and investors who are really busy but do not have time to manage their social media. As a result, has less than 2,000 followers. Therefore, create an avatar so that we know how to serve them. Make it very brief and to the point. Boom. Let's go. So now look at that. Literally, this is what you used to do. You do your research and all of a sudden you're going to get all the answers here. So here are the pain points basically. Basically, these people are very busy. They're literally time scarcity. They have not got time to actually look for they're so busy, they haven't got time to actually manage their social media. Obviously, lack of expertise as well. They're very busy creating businesses or maybe working with investors. That's the reason why they have lower followers and they're really frustrated about not having a massive following. And they are very inconsistent also in kind of branding their business. So they're just busy doing what they know how to do, basically being an entrepreneur. So who are these people? These people are usually successful entrepreneurs. They're really, really successful and they're kind of over 30 years old. And their goal is to build a personal brand that reflect their authority, attracts new opportunities, partnerships, speaking engagement, investment, and showcase their company's success as well. These are the things that they really want. And their fears is lack of social media presence. That is very, very big in the social media market right now. Appears out of touch, less successful in lots of competitors, and they also fear of wasting time on those platforms. So therefore, they have not been putting lots of effort in it. What they need, they literally need a done for you service. This is where we come in. We're going to be providing done for you service for them. They need an expert who can take burden of their plate and create a high high quality content that sounds like them and strategically grow their following without requiring their own constant attention. So they value result and transparency, reporting that shows clear return on your investment. So basically, we know what their pain points are, we know what their desires are. So that then helps us to understand what our clients need. I get that. So we've got that out of the way. Now we know who's our niche. We know what their pain point are, but we also know what their desires are. That then takes us to step 2. Here's the thing. Back in the days, you got to have someone to design your website for you. You want them to actually go and literally do it really, and it takes ages to get that done. But what I'm about to share with you will create a website for you in less than 3 minutes. And you heard me right, in less than 3 minutes. So let's jump onto that. Let's see how we can create your website so we can present this in front of our clients. Let's get to it. So supposing now we know what we're doing, and one of the things you want to do, you've got to be a very, very good copycat, okay? You've got to be a very good copycat. You've got to learn and understand what other people are doing out there and how their website looks like, so you can replicate that website and do yours in a very short period of time using AI. So the next thing we got to do here basically is to say, look, actually we're going to use AI. We're going to say, okay, now give me a list of 4 social media marketing agency in the UK, right? So give me a list of 4 social media marketing agencies in the UK, right? Or give me a list of 4 social media marketing agencies websites in the UK. So you get that, you hit that, and guess what? Gemini is going to go to work. Like in less than 2 minutes, it's going to give us all the results that we need. So we already got about how many of them? So we already got it here. So we've got 3 companies here. We have wheresocial.com, we have socialchanger.com, and we also have the socialshepherd.com. So literally we have 4 of them. So this is going to blow your mind away. So this is what you're going to do now. You're going to copy this website here. Will you copy that website? What I'm about to share with you basically would blow your mind away. So there's an AI agent that we're going to employ to create our website. And this usually takes about maybe 3 to 10 minutes, but it's going to blow your mind away. So the AI agent that we're going to be using is called Ripplet. Ripplet is one of the fastest growing AI company that develops websites and apps in the planet, in planet Earth right now. So let's go and look for Ripplet. Okay, so we go to Replit here, you Google it, and by the way, registering also is very simple and very easy to do, and it only costs you about $25 a month. It's absolutely unbelievable, and it gets to do what you would have paid a programmer to do, let's say maybe £5,000, right? It costs you £25 a month to get that done. So let's get to it. So here's what you're gonna do now. You're gonna go here. Obviously, you're gonna create the account. Replit account is replit.com. But I will share a link on the description below on how you can actually subscribe to the Replit account and also get a bit of discount to get you going for only, maybe it's gonna be less than $25, because if I refer you, then you get it for less than $25. So you're gonna come here. You're gonna click on create, and we're going to describe what we want to do. But in this case, we've got a website that we want the app to actually replicate. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to ask him, please act as a world-class developer and create an outstanding social media agency website. This is gonna blow your mind away, I promise you. So you're gonna then put that, say replicate the link below and make mine, here it is, make mine a lot more better than the link, right? So you're gonna say, then here's the link, here is the, and the beauty of this also, you don't have to be grammatically correct using Ripplet as well. It corrects the grammars for you, and it knows exactly what you're looking for. So if you're thinking, oh, maybe I'm not one of those that are very good in spelling, so forget it. I'm one of those people as well. So you put that link here, you put that link, right? We've got the link there. And then basically then what you then do, you're just gonna hit that. Once you've hit it, it's literally doing the work for you. So it might ask you few questions as it generates the idea to see if you need it to be better or something like that, but it will go to work straight away to actually get that done. And you can edit the information if you think, oh, okay, I don't like the answer, or I don't like what I've typed, or perhaps you don't like the website that is designing for you. You can actually tell it about the design, the colors, the theme, the logos. You can do all that, and it will literally create all that for you without employing anybody else to go and do all these graphic designs. So as you can see, it's generating that idea. But let's just get it to work, okay? So whilst it's getting to work, whilst we're getting Ripplet to work, let's look at the other thing also. If you're thinking about, oh, maybe I don't know what business, what name do I call my social media agency? Because you got to think about that as well. So again, this is where Gemini comes in. So you can say, look, Gemini, look, my friend, yeah, call him your friend, your colleague, whatever you want. Suggest or recommend a name for my agency. Recommend a name for my agency, and here it goes to work. And the name is going to recommend, basically, it would be a unique name that nobody has ever used, in a way that then you don't have any of these copyright issues or trademark issues. Everything would be unique to you. So you come up with actually 4 names. Elevate Social, I like that. The Social Collective, that one also is a very good name. Momentum Media and Ignite Digital. So these are the 4 names it came up with, right? As soon as you saw those names, you know actually we are a social media agency. So now if you're not sure, like, look, I'm not sure which agency, what name to go ahead with, you can ask it to recommend which one is the best. You can say, look, please recommend the best name from the 4, right? Please recommend. See, as I told you, I'm not very good in spellings, but you can see it helps me correct it. Please recommend the best name from the 4. So again, it's going to go to work. Literally, it's going to look at my target market and recommend the best name. So it came up with Momentum Media. I love Momentum Media as well. So literally, it recommended that. So if you're just struggling, thinking, oh, I don't know what to do, literally, it gives you a name. Momentum Media. But obviously, once you've got your company name, you would also need a slogan to go with it, right? You can say, okay, recommend a slogan, right? So recommend a slogan. So now, again, it's going to go to work. Pause that one also and redo it so that, do the same as well on that one. Right. As you can see, it says recommend slogan. So it's giving us a nice, amazing, it's giving us actually 3 options here. So he said, okay, the first one is your vision, your velocity. And then the second one, build for momentum, design for growth. I like the second one. And it's a we drive your digital presence forward. Again, the same exact thing. You can say recommend one that evoke emotions. That is what you want to do, evoke emotions. So you click on that and then recommend one of the slogans that evoked emotions. Are you getting excited? I bet you are, because I am really excited right now. So look at the recommendation. It said here, your vision, our velocity. So he's recommending, if you don't like it, you can go with the other choices. Just to summarize so far, we've got our niche. We know who our niche are. We know what their pain points are. We know what their desires are. But we also know how much we're getting paid if we were to serve them. We now have a company name. We've got the slogan, and we're currently creating our website. So let's go back here and see if it's created our website. Boom, it has created our website. You can see here, this is our website. Okay, you can preview it this way. As you can see here, it literally created a whole website for us. Look, even the words, every single thing that you need here, get in touch. Literally, you got a website here. We used to pay £5,000 minimum, and it takes about 4 months to get this done. And this AI tool, this AI agent has created it in less than 10 minutes. So here you go, you got your website here now. All you need to now do basically is to deploy that website, and then it becomes a real website. Or maybe to go and purchase the domain first, and then obviously create it as a website. So now you've got your website. So you have all the information here that you would ever need, or your client would ever need to know about you. You've got your services here, you've got your case studies, you've got about, you've got insight. And by the way, also you can edit and tweak it, make it the way you want. You can change the theme, you can change the title. Literally, you can do whatever you want with it. without actually coding anything. All you need to do is this here. You just need to kind of give it a prompt, right? First, you got to approve it first. Once I've approved that, right, it's going to create it here. So once it's created it here you go, it's there already anyways. And then basically see here, where it said previewing at the bottom left, you can actually type and tell it to do whatever you want it to do for the website. You don't need to know the coding. You don't need to know what you don't need to have a proper good English. You don't actually need to have a programmer sitting next to you to actually, you just got to type and say what you want. And here's the thing, it will do exactly what you want. So obviously now you've got the website here. If you want to preview it, we click here. And then obviously then it's going to load nicely on the browser. As you can see, this then becomes our website. And you can literally click here, tell it to do anything. So suppose I said, okay, I want the website color theme to be yellow. I love yellow. If you follow me, yellow is my favorite color. Yellow and black. So here's it. If you click that prompt there, it goes to work. Literally, it goes to work. So you put that on the queue and it's going to create everything for you at the back end. So we've got our company name. We know our target market, we've got our logo, we've got our slogan, we're creating our website. So now we're good to go on number 3. So whilst the website is baking, because I've added another prompt there to actually make it a bit more better, let's now move on to number 3. Number 3 is gonna blow your mind away now. So again, we've done all that we need. Now we know where we are at. So the next thing now, we got to kind of find a way how to communicate with our prospect. This is going to blow your mind away. I promise you. If this doesn't, I don't know what will. So what we're going to do now, basically, we're going to go back here whilst the website is cooking or being designed. So now we're going to now ask Gemini. Gemini already know who our target market is. So we're going to now ask Gemini to create an outreach emails that we can send to our potential. And I know you're thinking, oh, Raheem, how do I know my potential? Where are these people? How do I get the contact? I'm going to get there. So let's just ask Gemini that. First, get him to actually provide that information for us. Okay. So it says, act as the best copywriter and sales and marketing expert, and draft an outreach email to send to our target market. Seed in fear, pain, and desire. Now, so why am I using this? People actually act based on these 3 things: fear, pain, and desire. These are the things that makes people take action. If you see these sort of things into your email, literally you'd get people talking to you, but also replying to most of your messages. So let's hit that. So now Gemini has gone to work to come up with this excellent outreach emails. So now here you go. It's crafted it. Literally, before I even say it, it's done. Right? And again, now you're seeing here, you don't really need to be experienced to actually do this. Right? And you're beginning to think, actually, why am I working for someone? Really? Why can I not be doing this? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to do all of it. And here again, it's generated that email for us. And this email includes their pain, their fear, and their desires. And obviously, it also encourages them to take the leap of faith to start making social media as their priority. So now we've got this email. Obviously, now you've got this email. That is one step closer to getting your investors. But now what we want to do now, we've got to do a reminder or follow-up email. So we're also going to ask Gemini to create about 4 or 5 follow-up emails that we can actually send to our prospect. Here you go again. You go, please write, or you can say craft. Please craft 4 follow-up emails if prospects did not reply to our first initial email. Boom. Right? Please craft 4 follow-up email if prospect did not reply to our first initial email. Done. Right? Literally, it's writing those 4 follow-ups. And believe me, it's gonna take less than 60 seconds. Oops. Less than. how many seconds? Maybe 5 seconds. So here you go, you've got all the follow-ups email here as well. So you can see here now, follow-up number 1, follow-up number 2, follow-up number 3, follow-up number 4, and that follow-up number 4 literally is a deadline. That's how amazing AI is. It even tells you your deadline date. It's a closing the loop on this, right? If you see this as an entrepreneur and investor, you wanna literally see what that is, right? So you got that emails. Obviously, for the people that did not reply to you, you send that email. And here's the beauty about this. So now we're gonna turn the coin on the other way, right? Suppose you're one of those as well that not really good at all these things, sending all these messages. You can also ask here, okay, you can also ask Gemini here to write 4 follow-up emails, 4 emails for the prospect that replies, basically. 4 emails, or maybe 2. We're gonna ask Gemini to write 2 emails to book the prospect for a one-to-one consultation with us. Craft 2 emails to prospect that replied to our initial email, to book a one-to-one meeting. Again, I don't even check the grammar. I'm doing it on purpose for you to know you don't really have to be grammatic or have an English literature degree to do things like this. So here you go. Again, by the time I even explained that, it already generated that. Here you go. It's literally saying, follow up the confirmation email. You got the subject there. You got that. You send the calendar link and introducing about the company and all the information are here. So basically, that is what you're going to go and get them to send out. Now, you've got that. We've got our outreach email. We've got our follow-up emails, which is our reminders for the people that did not reply to our messages. We also got emails for the people that have actually replied to our outreach email. So we're going to go back then. See, it's done. See, the website is done. Literally, it's done it. You know, I wanted it yellow and black, right? Everything here on the website is yellow and black, right? Again, even the titles, anything you want to change here, you can change it the way you want to change it, right? You can do literally whatever you want. You can see here how beautiful it is, right? You can see how beautiful it is. Yeah, and if you want to deploy it, obviously I'm not going to deploy it because obviously I'm sharing this with you so you know what it is. If you want to deploy it to become a real website, all you need is to click that button there. It deploys it for you. And again, you're talking about a matter of minutes here. Am I making sense? Fantastic. Right. Okay, so that's how it looks like that. And if you ever want to look at it on the browser, maybe you want to see how it looks like on the actual browser, you can literally go here. You see that link there? You can copy that link. Yes, you can copy the link here and you can go to a browser here and you can literally paste it and then you see how it looks like. See, if someone ever bumped into your website, that's how exactly it's going to look like. Look how slick that is. Tell me if you can have a programmer that will design it like this. Anything you want it to do, literally, it will do it. Just tell it. Just literally instruct it on what to do. We have defined our niche. We know who is our target market. We know our company name. We know our slogan. We've created a logo. We have created a website. We've got our website. But also, we have now actually drafted our outreach emails, our follow-up emails for the people that did not reply, but also follow-up emails to book the calendar. And then guess what you're going to do now then, basically, is to book that calendar. But before we book that calendar, you may be thinking now, how do I actually get these people? And Raheem, I don't even have a clue on how to sort this problem out, right? That's what you're saying right now. But here's what you're going to do, basically. You're going to go and look for these people, which I'm going to share with you in a minute. You're going to listen to their pain point, which also I'm going to show you how to do, right? You're not going to worry about, oh, what question do I need to ask them, for example. I'm going to give that to you on a silver platter as well, so that you know what to do. So, have you ever heard about LinkedIn? LinkedIn is one of the biggest professional platforms in planet Earth, where all professionals, business people, entrepreneurs, politicians, everybody hang out. in a professional level. So this is the place where we're gonna go and get our target market. So let's jump on to LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, again, is completely free of charge. You don't have to pay for it. If you haven't got a LinkedIn, well, I don't know which planet are you living in. But if you don't, it's very simple. You can go and register on it. It's completely free of charge, so that then you'll be able to get to do what I'm about to share with you. So we're now gonna log into LinkedIn. I've already logged into LinkedIn before I started. So I'm always logged in LinkedIn anyways. So you can see here then, this is the LinkedIn bit here. Okay, so you're gonna go to the search bar on your top left and you're gonna type our target market. So we're looking for entrepreneurs. So you type entrepreneurs here. You click on entrepreneurs. Now, every entrepreneur in planet Earth would appear here, but obviously we got to filter it in order to get to the right people that we're interested in, right? So what you then do, you're gonna go here first, okay? You were interested in people. You click on the people. So anybody who has entrepreneur on their LinkedIn title becomes our target market. So once you've done that, you've got something that we call location here. Again, you can target the location. Like literally, if you want London, you can type London. If you want Cardiff, you can type Cardiff. You can type United Kingdom, whatever you want. Let's in this example, let's just narrow our niche. Let's say you live in Cardiff and you want to only target Cardiff entrepreneurs. So you're gonna go here, type Cardiff, right? You can see Cardiff, Wales comes up, and then you hit show result. And then when you hit show result, it tells you and it shows you all the entrepreneurs that are in Cardiff. Okay, you can see here. This is the list. This is the list. You can, how many pages? You got 62 pages, right? 62 pages of entrepreneurs in Cardiff. All of these people are entrepreneurs. So all you need to do basically is as easy as ABC. You're gonna click on that profile, right? Obviously, you're gonna look at their profile, see what you can see this person here, right? You can see their followers. Where is it? Even if I don't even think they've got followers, to be honest with you. So if you go down here, they have a connection of how many? 186 connections. They are a director and entrepreneur. These are people who can afford to pay you £2,000 a month, right? So you can see this is about them. You can see what they do. They've only got how many followers? They've got 193 followers. So this is your right target market, right? This is your target market, right? So what you know what to do here, you're gonna say here, send a message. You click a send off message. You then put your title here. Let's go back to our ChatGTP. Fantastic. So here's now, we have our email that we initially wrote here. So the title is already there, subject. Are you missing out on your next big investment? That literally stop people from the tracks. So you go here then, you put the title here, right? You paste it there. And you go back then and copy your email. Literally, you can copy it this way. You copy the email this way here. You can put your name and all your details there, right? You copy that like this. Guess what? You paste it here. There you go. You're gonna put your name. You're gonna put their name here. Hi, Janat. Janet. That's their name. If you learn anything about their business, you can also complement the business here if you want it to. Complement them, put all that there, and then obviously you're gonna put your name here. You're gonna say Rahimba, Rahim, in this case my name, and then obviously we got our website. If you've got our website, put our website there, and then you put your mobile number down there. So once you've done that, guess what? You just hit send, right? Obviously I'm gonna send it because obviously I'm using my own platform, but that's all you do, literally. And here's what you're gonna do then. You're gonna then send this message to a minimum of 50 people. 50 entrepreneurs. You got to do that every single day, right? And you may be thinking, oh, Rahim, LinkedIn got a limit of numbers of people to contact. Yes, I got you. Some of them may be part of that limit, and some of the other people are not premium people. Therefore, you can send them emails, right? So therefore, you can send them as many emails as you could possibly can to so many people. And if you're gonna make £6,000 a month profit, would you not pay £80 subscription a month on LinkedIn to be able to reach out to all these people? You would absolutely do that, aren't you? You will do it because it makes literally no sense not to do it, because there's massive potential here to send emails to those people. So you send that email to minimum of 50 people. So once you've sent those emails, obviously now you got to wait and see if they reply. If they don't reply to you within 24 to 48 hours, we got our follow-up emails. We send our follow-up emails, right? We send our follow-ups because obviously every day you got 50 people to reach out, right? And for the people that do not reply, obviously you're going to resend them emails again. If they don't reply, you're going to send them an email. You got 4 follow-ups. So you're going to continue with those follow-ups basically. And then whilst you're doing that, and the other people would also be replying to, and here's the thing, most of these people are desperately looking for you, right? And I know what you're thinking right now. For him, if I sat with them, these people are very rich. How do I serve them? What questions do I ask? That's where AI comes in. So we're gonna go to Gemini now. Again, we're gonna say, look Gemini, we are going to have an appointment with our prospect. Kindly come up with questions to ask our prospect to know about their pain point, fear, and desire, right? So that's what you're gonna do, right? You're gonna ask, you're not telling Gemini that basically you want to interview those people, you want to have a meeting with them, you want them to come up with questions. You can even tell Gemini how many questions you want it to come up with. I don't know if it's a he or she, right? Whatever it is, basically, literally, you can tell it how many questions you want to ask. So let's just give it a run. We don't even give it a number. We're just going to say, look, just give us the questions that we want to ask, right? So then what you then do here, come up with the questions that the prospect would want to ask us and hit enter. So once you hit enter, Gemini again goes to work. There you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Literally, it has created all the questions. So you say, how many questions has it created here? It's created one. Okay, each question has a sub questions. These are the questions about their current situation. What does your current social media strategy looks like? You know, how much time do you have and all that? And then this is the uncover fear questions. Literally, we have how many questions here? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? We have 4 questions and 4 questions there. Literally, we have 12 questions to discover who they are, right? So these are the questions. And the beauty of this, you can even ask Gemini to actually create this as a Word document for you, right? You can say, can you please put this? Can you please put this as a Word document, right? It's doing it. And the beauty of it, if you got Gemini, you have Google Docs, and then it will do it. But obviously in this case, he said, I'm unable to create a doc format. However, you can easily copy the selected text from the Canvas document and paste it directly to your Word document. So you can do that. That takes about 5 seconds. So now we've got that. So now you may be thinking now, what do I say if they're giving me all their problems? You've got 2 options there. One, you can also ask Gemini to kind of show you the answers to those questions, right? Or you can just leave it that way. Say, look, I'm going to give you a call back to see how I may be able to help you. So here's what you're going to do then. You're going to say, okay, please recommend answers to those questions. Gemini goes to work, right? So now you've got the questions you're going to ask the entrepreneurs, right? And Gemini is going to also give you answers on literally what to say to them. In essence, you become a professional at that point, right? You become a professional at that point. So literally, Gemini also has given you all the information here, right? All the answers are also here. Now, you've sent them an email, you've booked an appointment, you've had a meeting with them, they've told you what their problem is, and you've also answered their questions, and now it's time to deliver, right? It's time to deliver. So, but before you deliver, you got to make them an offer. So the offer you want to make them is an offer they will not reject. In essence, you want to make an offer that reverses all the risk they would ever get from working with you. Sounds crazy, right? That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to tell that prospect, look, Mr. Prospect, I would love to work with you. I can see how I can serve you. And I know if I serve you, really move the needle for you and take your business to the next level. And here's the deal I have for you, right? I will take over all your social media channels, absolutely all of them, right? I will manage them for you. and you only pay when I deliver. If I don't deliver, you don't pay me anything. Sounds crazy, right? But that's what we're going to deliver to them. And that's what we're going to tell them, because we want the risk to be reversed to us. Okay? So that's how you make that offer. Perhaps you don't want to do that. If you're one of those that are like, maybe you know him, that's a bit pushy and I don't want to do that. So here's the offer. You're going to say, hey, Mr. Prospect, I usually charge £2,500 a month. Okay, but I'll work for you for the first month for completely free of charge, and you only invest £500. And that £500, if I deliver and you're ready to carry on with me, will be credited for our future agreement. So basically then he's gonna pay that £500, and that £500 also is gonna be a credit in the first month. So what you then do, basically you're adding delivering value at the beginning, right, for only £500. Bear with me here. I know what I'm talking about, and I know how you can get this to work for you very well. So what you then got to do, then they're going to pay you the £500, because to them, £500 is absolutely nothing. They spend that in one night out, or even literally in a dinner, right? So they'll pay that £500 to you. You will then literally deliver on your promise. Maybe it's to go and optimize their social media channels, tweaking stuff. It's not like actually doing lots of work at this point. It's just to kind of optimize the channel to make it really, really nice and presentable for the first month, because that's the first thing you want to do, because most of these people, their channel is not just optimized, right? So he will pay you £500, and with that £500, in the next month, once you've delivered all the stuff you said you're gonna do, that then get credited from the £2,000 you've agreed to closing, because he might not pay you £2,500. He's like, no, I'm not gonna pay £2,500. He would have negotiated with you to £2,000. So fine, £2,000. You pay £500 now, and I get that credited to you for your first month. So pay the £500. You go then and deliver. I know what you're thinking about. How do I deliver? I don't know what to do. Which then takes us to number 4. Number 4 is how you get the people to work and do what you want them to do. So there's a beautiful platform out there, and this platform is going to blow your mind away. And that platform is where we're going to go and recruit people to do the job for us. That is if you don't want to use AI. If you want to use AI, you can use AI. But if you don't, if you want to use real people, I'll take you to the next part. So there's a platform called Fiverr. Fiverr is a platform, it's a freelance platform that you could employ anybody anywhere in planet Earth to do whatever you want them to do. Literally, again, that platform is completely free of charge. You don't pay anything for it. All you need to do is to go to Fiverr, literally sign up, and you're there. Okay, so I've just logged into my Fiverr account here. You can see the Fiverr account. You can see this is the landing page. Basically, if I click in here, it gets you to the landing page, and with this landing page, basically you can literally employ anybody you want to employ here. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go and look for social media marketing managers, right? That's the key thing here. You're gonna look for social media marketing managers in third world countries or developing countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nigeria, South Africa, literally where labor cost is very, very, very reasonable compared to how much you're charging in the UK. And by the way, if you're thinking this is crazy, this is what all these massive companies are doing, right? All these big corporations, your Lloyd Bank, your TSB, your Sainsbury's, your Tesco's, or you name it, they're all doing these things in a bigger scale. They have their service centers in South Africa, India, Philippines. Because why? The labor is way, 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 way cheaper. And you're doing this in a smaller scale. So let's go here and type digital marketing manager. If you click on that, right, it searches the entire database to find new digital marketing managers. So you can see you've got lots of them, but you remember the key thing here is to get someone that is reasonably cheap to work with. Am I making sense? Fantastic. So you're going to go and filter it, right? You're going to go here, service options. You can click on service options here, and then you're going to go down to where it says 2 more. Here, you're going to go and look for you're going to go down here and look for anything you want to click on here. If they specialize on Facebook, TikTok, whatever you want. If they specialize on LinkedIn, obviously you're going to use LinkedIn. But in our case, we want them to specialize in all the social media platforms. Let's just click those for now. You're going to apply that. Now you filter that to that. And then this is where you want to come then. Next here. So if you click that, then we're gonna go then down here. If you go to seller details, you know all the information you want, and then this is seller speaking, what language you want them to be speaking. You can select English there, which is beautiful. And then where seller lives. This is the key things to note down. You don't want to get someone in the UK because they'll be way too expensive. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna open this up. You're gonna look for people where English is not a problem for them. So you're gonna look for people in, let's start with Philippines for a minute. You're gonna click on Philippines here. Where's Philippines? Philippines here. You click on them. And then the other country you could also try, it could be South Africa, because South Africa also speaks English. So you click on South Africa there, and then you apply. So once you've hit that apply button, literally, it brings up all the information that you need. You can see here, these people, they're charging £78, £136, £39 this guy is charging, right? This one's charging £24, right? Literally, you can go and pick and choose who you want to work with, right? And then what you then do basically, so easy. You can go then and filter even the people that are online right now, right? You can go and you can literally filter the people that are online right now. If you go to seller type here, you can go here online. See, only people online, but you don't want to bother with that because only 3 people. But what you can do, these people are very good in response. They will, even if they sleep, if their phone goes, they're replying to a message. So let's say then basically we are interested in this person here. So you're gonna like see what they do, what their review is, and then obviously you're gonna contact them here. Say contact me. So when you say contact me here, you're gonna read down here what their information is all about, what they do, see how long they've been doing this. You click on contact them here, and then guess what? You're gonna type a message here. Literally, you're gonna type a message to tell them exactly what you want. Okay, so let me just see, I can type that. So you then go here. So here's the message here. You can say, hey, Glenn Edward, can you help me with managing my client social media account? See? So you do that. Say, I look forward to hearing from you soon. Right? So once you've done that, you say thank you. And then guess what? You send it to him. So now, once you send that message to him, obviously I'm not going to send it to him because obviously I'm not employing him at the moment. And believe me or not, look at his response rate. It is about 106 where he is right now. So he might not respond to you right now, but rest assured, if you send that email now, he'll reply to you by tomorrow morning, basically, right? He'll reply to you and then tell him about what you do, what you intend to do, get them to do your first project. Now, you know you're only paying him how much? £62. If you pay the highest, let's say you're paying £77 if you want to do a premium service, right? You're going to give them the assignment to go on and onboard your client for you, right? So once you've agreed with them, you're going to connect them with our prospect. And those prospects then would actually have a meeting with them. They will onboard them, design everything that you want them to design, maybe even less than 2 weeks. So they've already paid you. Let's say now we've done all this outreach. We had about minimum of, let's say we had 4 people. After contacting, let's say about 150 people, right? We had 4 people that said, look, I need your service. I'm really hungry. I want it to get my social media platform to explode, right? Suppose we got them 4 people and each of them are paying us £2,000 a month. So the first month, obviously, each of them are paying us how much? £500 a month. So that gives us £2,000 to start our business. From where? From nothing. Literally, so far, you have not invested any money in the business apart from maybe having Ripplet for £25 a month. And if you're one of those that want to have LinkedIn, you would have paid, let's say, £85 a month in LinkedIn. How much is that? That's literally less than £200, right? Less than £200 you have already spent. So now, you're going to go get these people, tell them what you want them to do, give them the connections of this social media account that you want them to go and optimize and do all the stuff you want them to do, right? Get them to do it in a very professional way, in a way that when your client sees it, like, oh my God, why have I not been doing this all along? So you got the £2,000. So £200 goes on to your subscriptions, Replit and let's say LinkedIn. You've got about how much left? You've got about £1,800 left. And you've got your people here to do the work. Let's say it's 4 project, you've got 4 people, and let's say you employ 2 of the social media marketing managers because you want them to do it quickly. Let's say £100 each person, right, for 2 projects. So that will give us £400. So if you take that out of the £1,800 left, so basically you've got £1,400 left, right? And that could go towards your expenses, to whatever, you know, maybe to kind of get lots of AI sort of tools to get your work going. And then basically what you then do once they've delivered, right? Once your marketing managers, they delivered the task, at that point, you've already got their details. You're gonna say, look, I like what you've done for me and my client, and I really want you to work for me now, right? I know how busy Fiverr could be. You've got like thousands of people there. I know people struggle to get these jobs sometimes, but here's the thing, I don't want your income to fluctuate. I wanna employ you on a full-time basis. Is that a deal? And rest assured, I'll pay you every single month. They'll be like, whoa, I'm gonna get salary now. This is gonna be amazing. I don't have to worry about anything now. You can agree a price with them, right? We've got 4 people, and don't be greedy at this point, right? Go on and pay them handsomely, by the way. Say, look, now you now know you got your 4 clients, that's £8,000 a month. You can sacrifice £2,000 to employ those 2 people a month. Literally, that is peanut, right? So what you then do basically, you then employ each of these social media managers, get them to do the work for you. Is this making sense? It's absolutely mind-blowing, right? Imagine now, you've literally set up your company, you've got your website going, you've done your outreach, you've contacted these people, you have all these people going, and now your job gonna be absolutely so easy. What you're not got to do, you're gonna now tell your social media managers now, you're gonna tell them to do what you've been doing now, right? What you're not gonna do, you can say, look, every month, or you can say every day, I would like you to reach out to a minimum of 50 entrepreneurs in my LinkedIn account. You ask the other person to do exactly the same thing. So they're not just managing your existing client's channel, they're now actually doing the outreach, because you've got your email templates, you've got the follow-ups, you've got everything basically. They'll be managing those channels, but also doing the outreach that you're doing. And you'll be sitting there thinking, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Because there's nothing to do. But here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna be setting up the meetings, because they'll be booking you the meetings of these prospects, right? So you'll be having meetings in your calendar all the time to speak to prospects, to serve them, find a way you can forge a relationship with them. And that way, you've got your social media marketing agency up and running. You may be thinking, wow, Raheem, this is so easy to do. It sounds so good to be through. And here's the thing, right? It is as easy as I've just told you. You just got to put the time, effort, and then obviously commitment into it to make it work. Believe me, this is easier than working for someone. Rest assured that that's 100%. The hardest thing you do is for you to do this first initial thing. Once you've done the first initial thing, it becomes a lot more easier for you. I'm going to make it so easy for you. All the script, the emails, the script, the way I've designed, the way I prompted Gemini to actually give you all this data. Comment guide in the comment section below. I'll get that sent to you for completely free of charge. All the prompts, the emails, the follow-ups, what I've asked Replit to do, and that way you'll be able to expedite the process, and you don't even have to go and think about, oh, what do I need to type to actually get this information out. You've got that in a silver platter, so you can go today, now, right now, to start your marketing agency. And by the way, if you're interested in any of these links also of this platform, of these AI tools I've used, I've left them in the description below as well. I will leave all the links to all the platforms I've used there, so all you could do is just click on them and use them as the way you want to use them. Now, let's work at the profit. So let's say now, basically, let's say, you've got your income of £8,000, right? And you've got your staff cost of £2,000. If you minus £2,000 from the £8,000, you're making a net profit of £6,000 every single month. And here's the deal, if you serve those clients so well, that figure would only grow. But also they will refer you to their accountant, to their friends. They will refer you to their friends. Guess what happens then? You get your 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th client. And by the time you think about it, you got minimum of 10 clients. Minimum of 10 clients paying you £2,000 every single month. What would that be? £2,000 times 10. I know what it is, but I want you to see it. £20,000 every single month as a gross income. and let's say you got about 4 marketing managers then working with you, and you're paying each one of them, let's say you're paying each one of them £1,000, you're talking about £4,000 here. You minus that from your gross income, right? You're talking about how much? £16,000 a month. This is the reason why I said I don't understand why people are working for people right now. In the world that we live in, you can do anything you want without working for someone. So if this video has really helped you and moved the needle and get you to start even thinking about owning your own future, share this to friends and families, because knowing this without sharing this to other people that you really know that hates their work or really wants to be financially independent is being a bit selfish, right? So click that link somewhere around this video to share it with friends and family. And while you're there, hit the subscribe button so you get notified whenever I share a video in YouTube. I really hope this video has been helpful. If this video has been helpful, smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos.